Klaus logging on to X and fudding Bobo. Fud Bobo. Klaus logging on to X and fudding Bobo. Fud Bobo. I got nothing better to do than sit here and fud with you. Klaus logging on to X and fudding Bobo. Fud Bobo. Then I log off and go back to work at McDonald's. It's a simple life, being the loser I am. Then I log off and go back to work at McDonald's. It's a simple life, being the loser I am. Klaus logging on to X and fudding Bobo. Down only. Klaus logging on to X and fudding Bobo. It's over. I got nothing better to do than sit here and fud with you. I'm logging on to X and fudding Bobo. Fud Bobo. Then I log off and go back to work at McDonald's. It's a simple life, being the loser I am. Then I log off and go back to work at McDonald's. It's a simple life, being the loser I am. Would you like ketchup with that? Would you like mustard with that? Would you like some Bobo with that? Sir, this is a McDonald's. We don't have time for that. Around here we fud Bobo. Time to log on to X and fud Bobo. Fud
Bruh. That's like, I don't know. You could tell that shit was AI, but like, I don't know. This shit was funny though. Time to log on the X and fud Bobo. Dude, like the end came out so good. Hold on, I gotta go back to it real quick. Yeah, I'll just like, my new thing is like before I go live, I'll just like make a intro track with AI and just play it, since like, you know, I guess like since I'm simultaneously streaming on YouTube too, so I don't get like a flag or whatever. But well, let me see if I can pull it back up here. But Bobo. Turn it down a little bit. The end came out so good though. Here we go.
Bobo with that.
Here we go.
The loser I am. Then I log off and go back to work at McDonald's. It's a simple life, being the loser I am.
This is the best part right here.
Would you like ketchup with that? Would you like mustard with that? Would you like some Bobo with that? Sir, this is a McDonald's. We don't have time for that. Around here we fud Bobo. Time to log on to X and fud Bobo.
The meme coin supercycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening.
Holy shit, man. That thing's... It's crazy. The tech is improving. The AI music is improving. Opium. Yo, I still think Joshua's gonna make it, because y'all got like the memes and the profile pics and shit. It's just always been a really tough go for Joshua coins. I keep seeing y'all shield the shit out of it though, but I think it'll go. You just got to get everybody out. I mean, it is like Ansem said, man, people just don't want to hold or buy things above 5 mil market cap. It is what it is. And if it is above that, it has to be like some type of crazy supply control or whatever. You know, it is really sad that, you know, the market is kind of like in the current state that it is in. It's like, where the hell is it at? Hold on, let me pull up the the quote before I forget what it said, because I was like, damn. I want to find it. It's like people really don't care about the quality of memes anymore. They just care about the tokenomics and the Coles and the influencers that are pushing it. You could have like the best memes possible. You could have a great community, but at the end of the day, it's just like supply control and influencers right now. That's the sad state of the market right now. So it's like supply control and influence is showing that will beat great content and community in this space right now. And that is a sad reality of tokenized memes. The memes that truly ascend are the ones who can figure out a way to have both. And I think that rings true with a lot of the market right now. I feel like you can have a better community, you can have better content, you can have everything, but if you have a bundle and a few influencers from LA, you're gonna win. And that's what it is right now. I think you can have both though. And to me, it's like the harsh reality of like the business side of things, because memes are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be like carefree. You know, it's just like everybody having a good time. But then there's like a business side to this. And there's a lot of sharks out here. And I think a lot of them don't even give a shit about the memes. I mean, if you were, you know, you showed up in 2023, you tokenized some shit and you made a lot of money on it. Congratulations. But you weren't making meme content before that. And a lot of these devs don't create memes either. They just, you know, they'll tokenize a meme, but they won't make a meme. And that's just like the business side of it. So people can be like, oh, you know, you're salty, you lost or whatever. It's like, yeah, from a tokenized bundle business Cole side of things, you might, you know, you lost. But from like a, you know, community standpoint, not at all. It's just like people are playing really dirty out here. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of traders, no long-time investors, says Memeski. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, and I think even like down the road, nobody even like looks towards the future. Nobody gives a shit about the future. Nobody cares about what happens 2 years from now. Nobody cares about what happens 2 months from now. You know, like they're just looking at what have you done for me right now? What can you do to make the price go up? That's kind of what I realized months and months ago. That's why I made the moves that I did. And people were questioning why I made those moves like 6-7 months ago. I don't think they're questioning them anymore after they see how dirty these people play and you know, all the moves they make. I know what I'm up against, and I know how dirty they play, and they would like to see nothing more than me fail, and anybody associated with me fail. I mean, just for instance, like these dudes, I know they watch my stream too. They lurk my stream and they launch vamp attempts based off of what I do and what I say. And I know that for a fact because I've seen the screenshots, which is crazy to me that they're just eating off of my ideas or anything that I put out there into the universe of the world, because, you know, they don't know anything about meme culture or the content. They just know a lot about vamps and, you know, bundles and shit. And it's always funny when these dudes get on spaces, they really incriminate themselves too. You know, they talk about how all these bundles and like all the inner workings of them and how they work. And I'm like, oh, well, how do you know that? Because it was funny because like someone saw that like I sold a token one time on like a different wallet, and they're like, he's an idiot. He doesn't even know how to use this protocol, and run it through this. I'm like, well, how do you know how to do that? Bruh. Because I don't have anything to hide. So I was just wondering how you know how to hide everything. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of you guys are self-incriminating yourselves a lot when you're going on these spaces and telling everybody, you know, what other people do, because you, in fact, yourself do the same thing. So I would just kind of like be more self-aware, because it's kind of funny to me when I listen to them talk. They're like, oh, I would run it through this and run it through that. And I was like, oh, man, I didn't know any of that shit existed. How do you know all that shit exists? You know? Like, that's interesting. So that's how you guys do it. Okay. Yeah, okay. But I don't know. That's what's going on with that. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, it's funny, man. Like, I don't think they know they're self-incriminating themselves either. It's like, that's just like interrogation 101. A cop or like a Fed is gonna listen to you talk and they'll be like, wow, this dude is just self-incriminating himself. It's like a rapper, self-incriminating themselves when they're rapping on a song. They're like, and then I grab the knife and we cut him up this way, and then we take it down the line through this vein, and then we chop him up with this chainsaw, the good one, the ones from Target on this bottom shelf. It's like, bro, how do you know all this shit?
Bruh.
What? It's just like, and then they'll try to be like, yeah, man, like, it's about the culture, it's about the memes. Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, this whole space right now, it's like, it's gross, man. It's just like, so I'm adapting to what the space is giving me and throwing at me. So when I get supply control on my coin and y'all are, you're mad about it, it's like you're gonna FUD it no matter what I do. It's like, for instance, like Wojak on Solana. There's gonna be people like, oh, it's down because they don't have supply control. They don't have it bundled, and they don't have supply burned like the one on ETH. They don't have the coals and the insiders and the people in the back channels that have motion and can get people to blacklist you off of certain protocol. Like, great, man. That's great. If that's what you want to roll with and that's what you feel like is good for you, then go ahead and do that. But I mean, can we be real? Can we be real though? Like, it feels gross. It all feels really fucking gross. Not gonna lie. Haters gonna hate no matter what. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if the chart is down, they're gonna say you should have got supply control like everybody else. And if the chart is up, they're gonna say it's because you got supply control like everybody else. It's like, so you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But I think you can do both, and you can be transparent about it, and you can be successful. Because if that's what the space is gonna turn into, then so be it. I'll get SHIB like supply control on my token, and I'll put out better content than everybody else, and then I'll have the best of both worlds. And then what? I don't know, you'll figure out another way to FUD. It's like, I see the same people that have been FUDing Bobo for a while. Like, it was like, it's exactly what I was saying. Like, they're just gonna pivot to whatever new narrative they can find, because they just genuinely, if someone genuinely just doesn't like you, they're just going to pivot to the next narrative to try to take you down. Like, that's it. That's it. They're going to say, I mean, it's just like the weirdos that were preaching, oh, that's not decentralized. That's not decentralized. Why are you trying to trademark something? Why are you trying to, trademark a logo? Why are you trying to trademark a brand or a ticker or something you worked hard on? And then they switch up, and then they go and they run the trademark gimmick. And it's crazy, man. It's everybody. What I have learned is, like, everybody in this space is LARPing about decentralization, and this space is becoming the most centralized piece of shit. Like, it's hardly even crypto anymore. It feels like real businesses out here. We're talking about, like, oh, IP this, IP that. It's like, it just feels like we're all downtown in like a business district, and none of this is crypto. Where is the decentralization? Where are the blockchains? I didn't get into crypto for this centralized bullshit. I didn't get into crypto to see people get blacklisted on SoulScan to where you can't even see their logo. That's bitch shit. Like, I don't think I would ever do that to even like my opponent. Like it's just crypto, bro. Like, you got into crypto to be into crypto, right? Like, if you're scared, just say that. You're scared, and you got to pay to win. That's fucking crazy to me. But whatever, man. It's like, one of the reasons the chat, one of the reasons I think Janny is doing so good right now is because I own 29%, says Janny. It's just like, at least be transparent about it. And that was like my whole thing, is when I did my Michael Saylor thing and I was asking AI and ChatGPT, I put all these tokens. I took every $1 billion runner that I could think of, and I ran the numbers. I ran them through Claude. I ran everything. And the one consistent thing that always came back is all these things had like crazy supply control. Whether that was because they meant to do that, or it was for some other reason, like, Vitalik burning the SHIB supply, or Dogecoin having a shitload of supply in landfills somewhere and nobody can sell it anymore. All these tokens, or Murad coming in and buying a shitload of SPX. All these tokens, common factors, a bunch of supply shock, supply's taken off the table. All of them. Pepe, even if you don't believe it unknowingly, they have a shitload of supply control. Mog had a shitload of supply control. I still don't know why 27 or 30% of their supply is sitting on base chain when their base pool only has like 20k in liquidity. I don't know.
Bruh.
That's a whole nother story, but it's like they all have a bunch of supply control, and if we can all be transparent about that now as a space, then I guess it's cool because nobody cares anymore as long as the market cap and the price goes up. Which is, it's sad. It's sad, but that's the business side of this space. It's being a shark out here. And that's what it is. You have to be mean enough to bite back, because you can make the best content in the world. I mean, look at Kekek. Joe makes Pixar style animations. You got to be mean enough to bite back. Now they got these people out here LARP maxing about the IP and shit on them, and then what's gonna happen? Solana, piranhas, vampires, they smell blood in the water and they start launching 50 tokens. So you have to have all your ducks in a row in this space. It is what it is, and it doesn't really feel like crypto anymore. It feels like, I don't know. I don't know. Buying more Gripper today till I get 1%, says Pumpski. They have it there to offload later, LMAO, says Bobina. You owning 44% makes me happy. It also makes me think I should own more for Treasury. I had no idea how much would be left over with the migration. It was pretty much at the will of, the migrators. I didn't know how many people would migrate over or whatever. People will, they're going to FUD regardless of whatever it is, but I don't know exactly how it's all going to be divided up at the end of it all. It could be, however many people are still migrating over. The migration isn't over until August 2nd. So, we'll see what the final numbers are and where it stands. But I like the supply control. I like the supply shock, because I was really thinking of how can I get Bobo to go to $1 and plus. And, I looked at, I posted the chart, and, I think most people got what I was trying to say. If you look at SHIB and you look at their top holders, and then you look at Bobo, it's almost identical. Now, these are exchanges and these are just like holders, but the point still stands, is everybody wants a SHIB like Pump, but nobody wants to have the balls to set up a token like it, because you got to kind of go out on a whim, and it's almost like an experimental thing. And I'm like, well, Bobo's sitting at 3, 4, 5 mil market cap for months on end on Ethereum, not doing anything. And the holders want to see something explosive happen. So why not? Let's see what happens. And if they're willing to venture over and migrate and still have their tokens, then, they'll be part of the process. The holders, the people that have been holding for years, they just want to see something happen, They want volatility. I said that. Up, down, doesn't matter. Volatility is there. If it goes down, they're going to buy more. If it goes up, they'll be happy. It's like the token's been around for 3 years. And we've been making the meme content for almost 10. So I don't know. People call themselves OG for being here in 2023. What's that make us? Fucking I don't know. Dinosaurs, bro. Super unks. Supply control bingo. If you don't have supply control, someone else will, and they'll sell. And that's pretty much what was going on with Bobo. And I made a comment, sometimes you got to mow the grass to reveal the snakes. There's a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes that, I don't even like talking about. James Wynn was, he full clipped what, $250,000 in Bobo on the chart. I know some of the Pepe team was being malicious with Bobo and dumping on us. Dejan Harambe. You know, shout out to y'all. Like, I don't even, it's a free market. Y'all could do whatever you want, but I got the screenshots. I got the messages of you guys laughing while you're dumping. And it's not, you know, it's not funny anymore when I got supply control and this thing could take off with just a few bids, right? I mean, so we're going to see what it is. I'm excited about the future now. But y'all could do whatever y'all want. Y'all could do whatever y'all want, though. People just send me screenshots, man. I don't know. I don't get in all these chats. I just see all the stuff y'all send me. This is literally me.
Hey, take your own advice. Hey, I've been living life, yeah, like I lived twice. I'm gone tight. Bad bitches is dumb.
I'm literally just trying to mind my own business, man. I don't know why y'all gotta do all that. Joshua will go up. Joshua, though, will go to 10 mil. That's my prediction. Or higher. Much higher for the dog coin. It's 100% a bundle. They did it as soon as me and Rect aped. Says Jeff. Bro, all the wallets starting from the top 8 are all freshies. I don't even want to, like, the gripper thing. I was so disgusted at, like, because I really don't understand how much mind control we still have over these people, because the bear meme, like, really affects them that deeply on an emotional level to where they'll listen to me on stream or they'll see me buy something and then they hate me so much that they'll go launch a bundled vamp just to negate what I'm doing, just to make sure that whatever I'm doing doesn't work. Like, that type of hatred is insane to me. Like, but it is what it is, man. Like, that's the life of a Bobo. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, bruh, that's crazy. That is, and I'm not kidding when I say that. I saw this, like, y'all are sending me the screenshots and shit. There's people, by the way, in your chats that are deflecting over and telling me what's going on, by the way. So you got some moles in your own chat too. I don't say anything in my chats, but for y'all to be just like doing that is crazy, because I don't even care about y'all. Like, just let us vibe, let us do our own thing, you know. Stay on that side, just stay on that side. That's all I ask. Just, you know, hyper focused on what we do is crazy. If people knew how much motion Bobo had with some of these quote unquote, you know, blue chip memes, and how they will not stop talking about Bobo and how we're all that they can talk about and think about, Bobo would be like 2 billion market cap right now. All the drama, all the shit stems from things that Bobo did. It's like when I told I'm not even gonna say it. I don't know if I should say it. I mean, there's a reason, like, Wojak on Solana went up because I bought it at 50K. I bought it at 50K, and then I told Wojak on ETH that their project was fucked because they had a liquidity issue. And then they went and got mad and did the CTO thing, and they relaunched their whole project and burned the supply to fix the liquidity issue, to have the same tokenomics and liquidity ratio as PumpFun, which I explained to them that's what they needed to do. And now the rest is history. So instead of sending me a gift basket, they just want to, like, be mad for whatever reason. But it's like, it's crazy though that Bobo has, like, just the Bear Council in general has all that motion. Like, all this shit you see, all these people talking about these coins, it's all from something that Bobo did. And they just, like, for whatever reason, they just ignore it. But they all talk about it in the back channels, but they won't come out in the timeline. And, you know, it's crazy. It's diabolical. We're sweeping PokeFun subnets right now. This Darby. Let's go. What's PokeFun? Okay, so that's my rant. I'm done now. That's my rant. When is Terminal or PumpFun gonna sponsor my stream? Actually, I stopped streaming on PumpFun because I just, like, I don't know, like, I wish I could stream on PumpFun, but just, like, my own deal without a token. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to make Bobo seem like it's a streaming token. I don't know if it affects it that much, but I like making my streaming thing kind of just me, and then, you know, Bobo is Bobo. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm overthinking it or what, but yeah. It's kind of like just streaming on X has kind of just been my deal. It's just funny, man, cuz I saw all this shit coming, and all I did was just try to protect myself. And you know, it's like the same people that are so .eth, pro .eth, they were the ones launching Bobo Solana vamps, and I was having to fend them off. And then I moved to Solana, and they were launching Bobo ETH vamps. So it's like I said, if people hate you, they're just going to spin the narrative and try to find a new way to take you down. So I just wish they would fuck off already and just go trade your little meme coins. Go be happy. You're up. You're happy. You're up 2-0. Job's not finished. You're happy, right? If you guys are so happy and you won, then why are you so focused? Like, because I traumatized you. That's why. Sometimes you just gotta scare some people into being successful, and I guess that's what we did. You know, we scared them. Because if it wasn't for what what we did, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. That's the hard. Maybe that's why they're so angry. I don't know. Farms, Farmtown. Speaking of farms, let's go. I mean, I haven't even looked at this coin yet. I don't know if it's like a little game or what. Farmtown. Play to earn agriculture simulator. Yeah, I know what Farmtown is. Like, my grandma would play Farmtown. Solana Gaming. Impressive. Day 2. Total players 5,000. Average player time 4 hours. Crops harvested. That's actually pretty. Is that not pretty decent? Like 5,000, 6,000 total players? I would think that's pretty good. But people out here gaming. Go Solana Gaming. 1.3 million in volume, 3,500 player matches, 400% growth. Boss battle, anyone? The Venom Weaver is finally here. The cave is open. The boss is live. Bring everything you're willing to lose. Wow, so they're really doing this, like, you know? This had to have been like a previous like Roblox dev or something running this. They're doing like a weekend, what's it called? What do they call the things on the weekends? Admin events? See here. The Venom Weaver. Bruh. The Venom Weaver. He weaves venom. And there are people like, you know, all these games and stuff spawning up on Solana. They're like, where were these people at before? Everybody's making games now. Where were all these developers that can just spin this stuff up? I was like, they were on Roblox. And crypto was just ignoring Roblox and Fortnite. They were just building all these crazy games like all the time, but you know, there just wasn't any token integration with any of them. Now they can do that on Solana, which is, you know, so the more games the better, honestly. Make it just like, you know, Roblox and all that, except now we don't have to go on Roblox, so that's a plus. Can do it all on, you know, whatever website they got. Stay off of the strange app that Roblox is. Still very strange. The amount of nicotine in any given pouch is complete RNG. Newsy Johnson. Case closed. The fact that I wasn't funded by the SPLC proves I'm not a Nazi. You said Bobo's pump? Oh god, that's always scary. I see anything. Oh, Bobo hit. You know, maybe the rant worked and somebody bought. I don't know. I don't know if the streaming is like working or not working, but people keep wanting me to stream, so like I like the little the Damien Duck. I think that's his name, the little duck who kind of looks like Mr. Peanut a little bit, and he's got a big following. People keep telling me to stream and do games and stuff, but like I don't know. As long as people understand like everything I do is just linked and associated to Bobo, you know? Like I don't want people making, I don't know, they're just gonna call me Wrecked Bear or something. Wrecked coin. And there's already a Wrecked coin too, so shout out to Wrecked. They run the drinks. They got a real business going over there, so don't make any Wrecked coin. Because Wrecked already exists. Not trying to get just like hated on by anyone else. If I could get like a Wrecked drink here in town, that'd be great. Bobo's everywhere. Yeah, just like Bobo everywhere. Like I think that it does need more representation in like the gamings. Like it seems like people really do like the Bobo stuff in games, like because there's not a lot of bear stuff. You know, like a lot of bear characters just look like straight up bears. They don't have that, you know, Pepe aesthetic or whatever. Just like that, just like a cool looking bear, you know, like a cartoonized cool looking bear. You're gonna get like Winnie the Pooh or Yogi or, you know, or just like your standard bear. I don't know. Bobo Fortnite skin coated. It'd be cool to have Bobo as like a little Bobo is like a little Fortnite companion. They have the little companions, you know. But go to the leaderboard. I really like this FOMO app, by the way. I really do. It reminds me of, I don't know if like any of you are around back, like Cryptopia a little bit. Kind of has like that look. I just like the list of tokens over here is so like nostalgic, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's just like very cool. Lowest fees on blue chip tokens, so they have a nice UI. I'll say that. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know, I'm getting like a Cryptopia vibe of just like an old school crypto exchange here, and maybe a little bit of FTX. Like that's the thing, like FTX, and a lot of people will say this too. FTX had like one of the best, if not the best, UIs ever for crypto. It was so easy to get around, like, and like it was just a really cool looking app. FTX US, by the way. FBI, open up! You know, I would never use FTX. Better than Moonshot, says Pumpsky. What are you holding on FOMO? Well, the only thing that I have on FOMO right now is the Groiper. You know? And all the Groiper stuff that's going on right now. We will win one meme at a time, says Timothy. So I've only bought one coin, and I've bought Groiper. That's it. My one token that I've bought on here. You have to, you know, another thing was like yesterday I sold all the Groiper on my public, or like my Phantom wallet, and I went and I transferred it, the USD, to this wallet, and then I rebought it. But then I rebought a little bit more on my Phantom to make sure, like, I don't know, there's people that are tracking that wallet, so I didn't want to be like, you know, shake them out, and they're gonna be like, what the hell? And so if I rebuy a little bit, then it'll, I don't know, maybe trigger your bot to buy back. I don't know. There's people following that wallet though. I didn't want it to be like I was pulling the old okey doke on them. I don't know. But the Groiper is, you know, run by Timothy Groiper. He locked 15% of the supply. He's still holding another 15 for things. You know, things.
The meme coin supercycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening.
I don't know. We just met Timothy, and he's a meme lord. So we're along for the ride. Take us to Valhalla, old Groiper meme lord, sir. We bought down here. Some Bobos have entered. I mean, basically anything below, what is this, like 200, 300K is just like whatever. I don't know. I'm an unk though, so anything below a mil is like, you know, it's crazy. Man. It's crazy the way that the space has gotten to where, you know, if it's over a mil, it's, you know, already full cent or something. Oh my gosh. So that's it. I have one position. Groiper. That's it. It's the Groiper that's walking. All the other Groipers are doing, you know, the side profile thing. This one is walking. So that's the easiest way to find it. See here. It's just, yeah, this is a nice UI. That mind shift on CT did hit different. Which, or what do you mean? You're talking about like in what aspect? Because there's a lot of different mind shifts on CT right now. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I bought a life-size Bobo, says Pumpski. Where did you find a life-size Bobo? Oh, are we getting outsourced by, you know, Etsy right now? We're getting, people are making Bobos on Etsy and selling them, which is, you know, feel free to make some Bobo content and sell it, you know, get it out there. It's like, I want this to be like a Doge type deal, you know, there's Bobo everywhere. Bobo Pepe. The way people think of a new coin running to 1 million is crazy. Yeah, it is. And it's just like this app, you know, FOMO or whatever, like it's a very good trading terminal for crypto. I like it already. Like I haven't really used it before. I've just been fading it, trying to really just jump in more into PumpFun because that's where I'm going to be based at. And so I was like, okay, I'll come over here for FOMO too. I'm just trying to get acquainted with everything on Solana, FOMO, PumpFun, anything and everything. And yeah, FOMO has a very good UI. It's very fun. The feed is crazy. The trending. I don't really know if it gives you too much of an edge or if there's a way to set it up. But like the most held is pretty cool. Trending is pretty cool. There's not a lot of ways to filter more so through all that, I don't think. But I do like the simplicity of it all. What's this split bottom? Okay. I think the simplicity is good. I wouldn't want to overcomplicate it. I think it's like, it's kind of fine the way it is. Because there's just a lot of UIs that just try to do way too much. And this one seems like it's in the right pocket. Trending, most held, graduated, trade with caution. Dad. I don't know. What's the oh, this coin's doing really well too. Or Uwu, that the unicorn coin, who they did a migrate on migrate.fun, and they're doing really well. So currently Uwu at a 22 or 23 million, you know, they migrated from migrate fun, and what they're doing right now. I don't know what their tokenomics and everything look like, or if they got a significant amount of supply control too. I think I mean, anybody that goes through migrate fun, you know, they typically come out with a really good chunk of supply control. And it's just like, you know, I think projects that kind of run their course, or you just got to be really realistic with yourself. You know, it's just kind of like doing a reset or a refresh on the community. Like anybody that wants to migrate over, they're going to still be alive. If you have a migration that lasts like, you know, 3 or 4 months, everybody's going to know about it. Everybody migrates over. And then, you know, the treasury's stronger. The project should be stronger. But like Migrate Fun said, though, it really just depends on the team, you know, because I think Migrate Fun, they said they had a coin that did a migration and was like Hello Kitty coin or something, and they rugged. So, I guess it just depends, but you should typically be a lot stronger after the fact. And there's going to be people that, you know, don't agree with it. There's going to be, you know, on-chain maxis of certain different things. You know, maybe there's like, I don't know. You can get into everything, but from like a project standpoint, I think it's pretty solid move. If it, you know, if it works out, it works out, I guess. 10 mil soon for layoff when wrecked grabbing a percent. Let me go look at layoff. Layoff. Does it show up on here? Yeah, it does. Of course it does. I get the verified check for Bobo on here. I filled out a form on like day 1, right when we launched, but it was like, it was really crazy. So if they just kind of overlooked it and thought it was, you know, a Bobo coin that was, I don't know, just another random Bobo coin, then whatever. But I got to fill out the FOMO app form again, I guess. Since CoinMarketCap isn't going to do anything unless I pay them $5,000. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know, man. It feels like they're like scamming now. CoinMarketCap, it really does feel like that. In a couple months for ETH, really cool tech. I connected Monkey Dev to CEO. He wants to migrate his LP from V2 to 4. He said they can make it happen. 10 mil soon for layoff. Yo, is Capo a Bobo holder? I don't know. Did somebody buy on FOMO? Somebody buy on here. No, but nobody bought on FOMO. Or did Capo post a meme or something? Is that why it popped? Somebody probably posted a Bobo meme. Capo should be a Bobo holder, but he's kind of scared. You know, to go full on bear. His last post was June 11th. But we've always rated Capo. You know, he's sticking with the whole the Godfather aesthetic. Marlon Brando. It's fine. I told you guys as soon as I sold my troll NFTs, they would pop. And sure enough, I swept a ton of these things. And, you know, GG. I can't believe these things were sitting at 0.01, 0.02. I mean, we were on stream that night, right? It was like 2-3 nights ago. And I was like, why are these troll NFTs like 0.01? Like, even if they are the same picture over and over again, it's still like, I mean, ETH people like that stuff too. Like just historic, you know, on-chain relics, like, you know, collectibles. I mean, the first ever troll NFT, like official, like, I don't know, seems pretty valuable no matter what it is. I was like, you know, why aren't these all trading at least, what I say, 0.1, 0.2? I think 0.1 is what I said, at least. I haven't checked, but we'll go check right now. Why aren't the Bobos trading at 1 ETH? Did you know the Bobo has an NFT collection that are all trading at 0.1 right now? 0.01. Not a lot of these listed, though. Let me see. Unless maybe there are. 21 currently listed? Maybe. And somebody swept them? I think somebody swept some because they went up a little bit. And there were a lot more listed than 21. Interesting. So there's that many listed right now. There are a grand total of 2,222 Bobo NFTs, by the way. And I'm trying to get some of those whales to list them so we can get more in the market and flowing out there. We have like pudgy penguin whales who hold Bobo memes still. I think like Cole from, or the original dev of Pudgy Penguins holds like 60 still. I was like, get them out there so people can buy them. Wow, troll NFTs are at 0.2. Yeah.
The meme coin super cycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening.
0.2. Another stream call. You know, we called this one too. I was just so surprised to see these things sitting there for so long at 0.02, 0.01 after mint. I thought they would explode like very quickly to this price range. They gave you ample time to bid and hold, so that's like what, 10x, right? Crazy. You have these streams, you'll love these streams. Big inspiration. Why do projects get more supply after migrating? How? It's like the supply that isn't migrated over. So you need to, because that's how many tokens that people are claiming, is what they get percentage wise after the migration. So any percent of the supply that isn't migrated over just goes back to the team, like the treasury. So it's just like, you know, just getting the dead tokens or whatever that are just, you know, weren't migrated over. Kind of like a reset. So there's different, you know, everybody does different things. Once that happens, you can just kind of like lock them up, or you could, I don't know, you could do a lot of different things with it. You know, you got all the possibilities are endless, but they are, they're in one place now. It's like, you know, it's weird too with like Bobo, because I mean, it's no mistake about it. Like we don't really know what was transpiring with Bobo on ETH, really. I mean, when there's 40% extra floating around out there, and then let's say somebody actually did own a bunch of that supply and they were too afraid to migrate over because they were like, I don't know, harming the chart or something, because everything is on chain when you migrate over, so we can see everything. That's another good thing about migrations, is because it's all on chain and we can, you know, it's like coming through like a check screen at an airport or something. Like you want to get into an event, you know, some people didn't want to come through the check screen for whatever reason. So, bruh. But that's pretty much how it works, though. Anything extra just goes back. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, then you can use it as like a supply control, like supply shock type deal to kind of tokenize your meme like a SHIB. That's what I was looking at. I was basically, my goal has always been to send Bobo, point blank period, super high. I've always looked at Bobo as like the SHIB to the Doge. You know, like Pepe, Bobo, Doge, SHIB. Now there has been a ton of memes come in there and try to take the place of Bobo, but I feel like Pepe and Bobo are just kind of like, I don't know, if, from a culture standpoint, you know, there's other memes out there you can relate people with, but it's like, they're like Troll and Pepe. It's like, y'all are two different things, you know? You're not even the same animal, like Doge and SHIB are, right? You know, green and red. You know, it just lines up aesthetically too. It's just, it is what it is. Anytime there's like a Pepe meta pop off, there's always a Bobo thing right after it, right? Somebody launches something Bobo just to, you know, keep pace with Pepe. And I don't know. So I'm like, well, if I take Bobo and I morph it into something and I get the same type of tokenomics as that, to actually give it a chance to go up there and fight with Pepe, then you know, you just kind of leave it out there and see what happens. You know, all you can do is just, it's like a gigantic bomb, and you're just waiting on someone to light the fuse. That's it. It's just like, all you can do is set it up. Like, the table is set. Like, the table is set, and once people realize that there's a token out there, with a community like this that's, you know, got the same type of tokenomics as like a SHIB or whatever, and it's been built out that way, then, you know, we'll see what happens.
The meme coin supercycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening.
But that's been like my thing for like the last, you know, year. I've been thinking of ways to make it happen, or like, how could I do it in the safest way to make sure the community can, you know, everybody can, you know, no Bobo left behind. And it wasn't an ETH thing. It wasn't an ETH like versus Solana thing. It was a Bobo thing. And I just wanted to set it up in the best way possible to like really give it a chance at billions. Because let's be for real, if you have 40% or like all that supply just kind of like hanging around, you don't really know who has what. You don't have any control over your own project. Let's be real, like every project that has gone to billions, you know, they have some type of supply control. They have some type of thing that's working to get their chart lift. And there's just a lot of overhang over there. So I know there are people like, you know, why'd you move, and, you know, you hate Ethereum? It's like, no, I think Ethereum could turn it around. They need some leadership changes or whatever, but Ethereum's badass. And if you don't think Ethereum is badass, then you're just lying. You're just coping to yourself. Like, Ethereum has a lot of cool shit. It's very fun to build on Ethereum too. Like, it's great. It's awesome. You feel really nerdy when you're doing it too. And when you accomplish something on Ethereum, it just feels good. Like this is awesome. You feel like a, you know, a rocket scientist. It's like, Vamp dumped from 0.1 to 800k, says Pumpski. Send it to 0. U05 says, what's up? What's up? Sorry.
The era of all crypto assets moving up in unison is over. We're all gonna make it is dead.
You know, I'm just looking at this farm chart. I don't know. I just have the farm chart up on the screen forever while I'm talking. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at other things on another monitor too. So I'll get back to this one. Layoff. I mean, like y'all have been saying layoff for a very long time now, and the layoff chart looks really good, and it's starting to rip to the upside now. It really does look like it's starting to go on a little parabolic trend. It's trying to break out here. 3.5 million. You guys are doing good. What can you draw on these charts? Where are the little indicators? Are they here? There they are. You can. Okay. There you go. Bomo. Pretty nice. Can I move stuff over and stuff? Don't want any of this too big. Maybe I can zoom in. That's it though. You're at an all-time high resistance, and if you break out from that, you're probably going to spike up to, like, I would say like 5 mil. Looks very strong, like you got a lot of momentum right now. You know, there are jerks though, like this guy, whoever this is, that just turbo dumped because you were at resistance. Like, they were looking at all-time high and they're like, double top, and then just, holy crap. They just full clipped a double top right there. But now you've rallied all the way back, and it looks like, I mean, we'll see what happens, because who knows after that thing. But it's very resilient nonetheless, and that's all you can ask for. You just want to see resiliency on a chart. What sucks about like the Bobo chart right now is because it's a brand new chart and it's fresh, and like, you know, it has to go through more resilience, you know, more resilient moments Like it had many on Ethereum where it just battles back, but you know the new traders are gonna see things and they're gonna want to see that play out on the chart, print it out on the chart as well. So trending. What is Glippy? What did he do? Damien. Is this the duck? Moonpay shilling. Flywheel act. Oh no, this is something else. I don't know what this is. It's a terminal. Oh. It's a like 800k chart though. Joshua just went to 7.1 mil. I told you Joshua was gonna do well. I told you. Holy crap, look at all these bubbles, bro. I can't even see the chart. I can't even see the chart because of all the bubbles. That's good. That's a good sign. That tells me this thing's gonna send. This does have a whiff type feel to it. It really does, man. I would not be surprised if this coin went on a crazy run too. This is, look at that. A lot of little dogs. That makes me really happy actually to see that many people excited to trade Joshua, because this meme has been through hell and back. If you've been around for a while, you know these memes pop up and they fail miserably all the time. But I think it finally is gonna find itself here. If I can get rid of all these bubbles, holy crap! How do I get rid of all the bubbles? Thesis, my swaps, friends only. I have no friends. Oh, I have a friend. I have one friend. I have not followed hardly anybody on FOMO, so that's better though. Joshua is a special dog. That's what he said. Bear market building type sheet. Layoff partnered with Recruit to help people get jobs. Oh, first of many partnerships. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why I told you, man, like this whole space is like business minded. Everything is very transparent now. I think like even like that's why I was going back to this. I don't know. Everything feels like it's getting way more professional now, I should say, like with the IPs and it doesn't feel as decentralized. It's feeling a lot more centralized. But if that's the way the market's moving, then you know, people need to adapt with it. I think you can still have some decentralized aspects to things, but from what I see, people are moving like real businesses out here. And I don't know. It's interesting. But hey, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe the old way just wasn't working, and that's why we got into the situation we were in, and people want to see real utility. They want to see real shit. And so they can put some real money in it. They're going to be like, why should I buy this? This isn't real. Oh, wait, it is real. It's generating a shitload of revenue. Real OG memes. They got to understand why it's real. What makes this real? Why is this real money? Why is Joshua real money? It's like, have you not seen it? Look at it. That's real. Danny for the win. Sweep, sweep. Hold on. Actually, let me go ahead and start watching all these to my watch list, so we can start looking at all this. Janny. Got Janny on there. Who got the Janny name? Janny. That's just the user. Who got Bobo? They want me to pay for this? Somebody want me to pay for this. Bobo, 0 trades, no hold time. They just own the they're like $10,000. You know? $10,000. Our best friends over there. Oh, look, they're doing battle. I shouldn't have told anybody that someone bought. spiked up. Let me see some real quick. That's okay though. But you see, do they have like buys and sells on here that aren't FOMO? It's just everything is FOMO. Buys and sells on here. Okay. Cool. That's okay. Maybe it was somebody like FOMOing Joshua. They're like, I'm up on Bobo, I must rotate. And now they're going to go down on Joshua. Like, stop chasing. Stop chasing. Just vibes. So we're following Janny. We're following Groiper, I believe. Correct? No? Not yet? Following that Groiper. I'm following the Groiper that wants to follow me. Because he's walking towards me. I'm just gonna... we're just gonna vibe. We're gonna vibe with Timothy and see what happens. Who else should I follow? Guess we gotta follow Brett. God forbid we don't follow Brett. You know, there was a very big like fight on the timeline. Was Crash and Murad like they were like fighting or whatever? Or it was just like people were fighting on their behalf. Like it was like Crash's list versus Murad's list or something. Or Crash doesn't really have a list. He just has like memes he talks about or whatever. But it feels like, you know, it kind of feels like somebody has more emotion right now. I don't know if that's just me or, you know, I'm just calling it how I see it now. I'm just kind of calling it how I see it. But with that being said, we'll go over here and we're going to look at this. Pepe. Follow that. Groggy. Pepe. So look at this. You know what's funny? And it's just, this is being really nitpicky or whatever, but you type in Pepe and everybody that has like the Pepe in their name, it's a Groiper, an Apu, and Apu. There's one Pepe down here. There's Pepe by Jason Fury. Pepe JF with an actual Pepe. But yeah, it's just all the variants are Pepe. Maybe they are, man. Maybe we're just overthinking it, right? That's what they would tell me right now. They're all Pepes. Like, you know, if you make a Groiper a bear, is it a... I don't even want to say it because people are going to make a coin and call it that. But, you know, they're all Bobos. You turn a panda into, you know, a brown bear, it's a Bobo. Anything you graffiti with bear ears is a Bobo, basically. Who else are we following? Got a kind of situation. Well, not really. Like, so there's Apustaja on all. So, okay, so I see them go into battle with the other Apu, but you can't even search the other Apu on here. There's only one Apu on FOMO. And you know, I only say that because like the FOMO thing is like, it has a lot of motion right now. And it's definitely something I need to start attacking with Bobo. And I feel like, you know, if Groiper, let's say like if Groiper went on like a insane run, it would put a lot of Bobo people at the top of the charts on FOMO. And I saw like these people right here, top traders. Look at these guys. The Uwu. These guys right here. They're at the top of the leaderboards. Look at this. They got little unicorns. You see that? They got little unicorn emojis and they're like the Uwu clique. And they have their own coin, but they're like traders, trenchers. And yeah, they're like little, or they're just up a lot because they just keep spamming Uwu buys with their little unicorns. Uwu Jester meets Unicorn. Cute assets outperform animal coin taps. Both viral rails will spread like wildfire. Billion. So it was very smart of them to do this because you can just buy your coin low after migration and then, you know, send it, and you're gonna be up a lot on the leaderboard, and you're gonna be up a ton. I'm scared. Rect, where can I get myself a Bobo plushie? Oh, the Bobo plushie right there. Yeah. It's $50 though, bro. $50.
Bruh.
You need to lower the price. One on Etsy for 50. Oh shit. It's $50. $50 make you holler. That's a lot for a plushie, but there are 50 speaking of 50, there are 50 Bobo plushies left. So they're like the V1 rares. If you put it in how much is let me go to CoinGecko real quick. How much is $50 worth of ETH? I still speak in ETH. I spoke in ETH for 3 years. So that's my native language. Here, 0.01. 0.02. 0.03. Okay, so a plushie is 0.03 ETH. Damn. Need to do like 0.03 ETH, and then you can put it on chain for 1 ETH and flip it. Most def gotta have one, V1. And the V1. Yeah, it's V1. It's version 1 Bobo, so it's pretty rare. You know, they were selling the Milady plushies for like $50,000. What the fuck? It was like $10,000.
Bruh.
I don't even know if those things are still around. I'm assuming they are. What are the Miladies trading at right now? Actually, 1 ETH. Been kind of quiet on the Milady front. Trading it just around 1 ETH. They're trying, you know, they're holding that 1 ETH. I'm not sure if they went under 1 ETH or not, but see here. Elections. Goblin. Mooncats are at 0.14. Man, y'all, the Mooncat day was crazy. When somebody found Mooncats as like the oldest, you know, relic on chain, and then everybody was mining Mooncats. I was mining Mooncats. I had like, I forgot how many Mooncats I mined that day. It was a few, but everybody was trying to do it at the same time, so it was really tough. But I got a few of them. I didn't get anything super rare though. But it was still, that was a fun day. It was just like somebody posted about it and then just spread like wildfire on the timeline. Everyone was like, holy shit, we gotta mine these Mooncats. And it was like some really old website. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. Rare Pepes. Sea gods. How rare. Rare Pepes. 2016 to 2018. The Pepe. Not as cool as Dank Rares though. Where's Dank? Do they have Dank Rares on here? Dank Rares have like Bobo stuff. It's like an account. The Emblem Vault. Emblem Vault on Polygon. Looking at some of these old things. You know, like these could be... We need like PSA 10 of these type of deals. That's the real TCG, right? That's the real trading cards right there in crypto. How many of them are? Is there going to be like a crazy run on? Let me go look. How many of the rare Pepes are there? 34,000. I believe there's still creating them too, right? Like all the time. Recently created. Block. Well, you don't tell me. Stupid. Series 25. Price history. March. Guess so. Yeah. They just keep making new series over and over. Really no supply and demand here. I love the whole trading card template though. Very cool. Why do they call them rare Pepes? Because nobody uses them ever again.
Bruh.
It's only a rare meme when it's bad. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Shots fired. Shots fired. It's only a rare meme if nobody wants to use it. Troll. That's what I say to those, like, those rare... There was, like... I only say that because there was, like, these rare Pepe guys who tried to come at me. And they were like, prove that you made Bobo memes before this certain date. And I was just like, okay, Mr. Rare Pepe guy. And they're just trying to act like so high mighty OG or whatever. I was like, boy, I've been making memes since we're like in 4th grade probably. And then they shut up. They get quiet. Like, yeah, you made a lot of rare memes. I made a lot of popular ones though.
You're done.
Can't relate. Troll, I don't know. I don't mean to sound like that. That guy just pissed me off. Those hipster, weird, snooty Pepe meme people like piss me off a lot. I'm just like, yeah, just go make your really weird memes that nobody wants to like ever use again, and just be really snooty about them. It's like the whole weird hipster, snooty Pepe NFT art culture is, I don't know. And then I don't know. I make stuff for the timeline or like Biz or 4chan, like they just like want to like reuse and share. They make that shit for their bathroom. I don't know, like, so when you're taking a shit, you can look at some oil painting. I don't know if it's cool though. Just I'm looking. This would look cool in the bathroom, actually. Or Bobo Council is different than Bobo plushie. That Etsy clip where Bobo gets thrown is sending me. I wanted to go check that bridge to see if he was still there. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. Why would I leave the Bobo plushie behind? Bobo Council is different than the Bobo plushie. That Bobo plushie is the Bobo plushie though. There hasn't been any orders in a while. I don't really shill it either because I don't know. I feel like it's better that way, or else I might have like 50 deliveries in one day. One man show. I'm just gonna go fill up the mailbox with plushies and they'll get mad at me. There are all these poly bags of black, bags of plushies. Alana looking attractive here. Newsy Johnson, I did find the Jameis PC though, so we Gucci. Peter Schiff, soon Sailor will trade in his orange tie for an orange jumpsuit. Dude, holy shit. Bro. Why post his negative, baseless, clueless words? That's great. Bro is like savage right now. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. There's like levels, like, it's like you think they're playing, or like there's real hatred there. Like, that's hateful. That's like, I actually want to see you, buried. Like, I want to see you gone forever. Like, I feel like Peter Schiff, he'll feel justified somewhat in his Bitcoin ramblings and rants if he could see something happen to like Sailor or whatever. It just like, it proves that, you know, oh, it was a better investment to do gold, and it's just, you know, the Bitcoin thing is a big scam. It's too volatile. Sure, it's gonna, and then he would cope and say, sure, it'll go up or whatever because people are investing in this vapor scam or whatever. But I think I was, you know, proven right by Sailor. You know, that's, he'll try to spin it that way. So that's one, you know, this dude. That's crazy though. Soon Sailor will trade in his orange tie for an orange jumpsuit. That's wild. I couldn't even have come up with that, and I make the bear memes. Like, that's insane. That was a bar. That was like, you know, what the hell is this, bro? Samantha Fox, beautiful pop star glamour girl of the 1980s, dressing up as a Native American. Okay. Crazy seeing these in the wild. Pudgy penguins vibes. You know, go buy your Pudgy penguin trading cards. Solana looking attractive here. Okay, that's that right there just threw me off. That threw me off. So I got to go back and look at Solana. Can you look at Solana on? Can you look at majors on here? Can. Cool. Solana is starting to look attractive. I will lie. I will not lie.
I'm gonna come.
I think the more interesting chart is, where's it at? Go to TradingView real quick. I've received 100 messages today, so the chat is at 100 messages. I will buy land in Tulsa with my Bobo bag. The Bobo King of Tulsa. Man, Tulsa is its own world up there. Tulsa is its own world. The Bobo King. Dude, Tulsa is crazy. Like, I call it Little Memphis. Little Memphis. It's a very, very weird town. I'm sure if you watch that show, it probably showcases how weird it is. It's like almost, you can't even describe it. To me, it just is like a little Memphis. It's like a bunch of warehouse district type feels, and there's like a few big buildings in the middle. And I don't know. It's like a ratchet Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, it's weird though, because like Oklahoma City and Tulsa were just kind of like bar for bar. There's like pretty even like 12 or so years ago, and then Oklahoma City just exploded, you know, mostly due to like the rise of the Thunder and the sports teams and stuff like that. But Oklahoma City just like exploded, and Tulsa's just kind of stayed Tulsa. Oklahoma City is actually starting to look like a real city now. It's crazy. It's like, holy shit. You pull up and you're like, I don't even feel like I'm Oklahoma anymore. That's insane. Anyway, where was I going? I was going to Solana ETH. Keep getting sidetracked. Solana ETH. That is the Solana ETH chart currently. So our little trend line is doing work. The little candle that could. So it broke out, it retested, and now it's popping off of that a little bit. And then you got people that are looking at this chart. You know, the horizontal resistance on Solana itself. And I look for things or little early indicators of how Solana is trading against other things. Like you can look at Solana ETH. You can see it kind of breaking out against Ethereum. But is it doing that against Bitcoin? A little bit. If we put another trend like that going sideways. Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's kind of doing the same thing there. Let me look at this on the weekly. That weekly candle, yeah. So Solana is trying to bottom out against Bitcoin. That is kind of a little breakout there on the weekly. If I go down to the MACD, it's probably curling up. Yep, sure is. That RSI looks pretty juicy for a dip buy as well. And you have some, was that triple MACD bullish divergence on the weekly on this Solana Bitcoin pair? Look at that. You see that steady rise right there. It actually it can extend all the way back there, but it already had its move to the upside. This is just kind of like that sell pressure slowly catching a bid. Does look kind of like it's trying to reverse. We'll see what happens. Catches a bid. And you know, Ethereum is at a resistance to a back test on that weekly. So let's look at Ethereum and kind of like compare them all. There is, what is this? Ethereum did a little back test. That weekly is like a doji candle looking right here. Pretty much the same deal. You know, Solana looks a little stronger. I mean, that's because, you know, you see a Solana a little stronger against the pairs, Solana ETH, but it's like, you know, Solana's more volatile. In reality, everything will rise for, you know, for Solana to even outperform Ethereum. You know, you need Ethereum to rise too, I believe. If it outpaces it, so be it. But, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just some things will go up more than others. Bitcoin continues to be that thing that goes up more than others. Just been destroying everything, honestly. So is it time for that alt season? See here. Oh. Troll on the daily. Because remember, we were looking at Troll and we're like, oh, it's breaking out, and see that MACD curling up. As soon as it hit positive, it sold off again. So now we're in this horizontal support area on Troll. After this, what would, you know, be considered like the first breakout attempt, you went right back down to support. So support levels around, you know, 6.5 cents. Was that like 65 million? Check the CoinGlass liquidation heat map for Sol and ETH. So much long accumulations. I know Tulsa because of First 48. Yeah, it's like Tulsa has all these TV shows. That's how like strange like Tulsa is. It's like I don't know, man. Like you ask anybody in Oklahoma, they're like, "What's the worst city?" They're gonna be like Tulsa. It's like everybody just says Tulsa. It's just universally. It's Tulsa, and then there's Lawton, Oklahoma. This is Lawton is rough. Well, it's like rougher. It's like for a smaller town, but Tulsa. It's also, you know, Oklahoma City too. Oklahoma City is, I don't know. Oklahoma City is pretty damn clean compared to every other city in America, of course, but most of the bad stuff happens on the highway because it connects between LA and New York, so you're getting a lot of like drug trafficking. And it also connects from like Dallas to Oklahoma City, LA to Oklahoma City to New York. So you get a lot of, you know, that's where all the trouble happens. Traffic stops, cartel, stuff like that. So I think it's I-35. But yeah, that's drugs. Crypto is a different type of drug. Speaking of that, here's a MicroStrategy and STRC. Man, that thing, that's we'll see what happens on Monday. I think Monday is very, very interesting, especially with the Iran. Apparently, the whole deal is just imploding. Like, apparently it was going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen. It's the same shit over and over. I think the market's starting to get a little immune to it finally. You're seeing crypto kind of rally on the weekend despite all of that news. It's just like, man, when is enough? You know, like we have to like move on. Obviously, shit ain't happening. It's like, let's just like, I don't know. It seems like the Middle East, that area has just been in turmoil forever, and for whatever reason, it's controlling the market now. It'd be like, what do you mean for whatever reason? It's like the oil supply and everything like that. Well, yeah, but how does that relate to my Solana? You know? I don't know. Digital oil. It's my digital oil. I don't know. Whatever. The Iran deal is the new tariffs. Yeah, it really is. It's always something, right? It's always something, some narrative that's controlling the market. And right now, it's the Strait of Hormuz. That's what it's. You know exactly what you're talking about, says Memescape. So that is I don't know. I'm winging it right now. Solana 71.85. A lot of it is just like staring at the charts for 10 years too, so you're just kind of forced to figure it out in your own weird way. Everybody just, you know, you can use whatever you want, whatever tools you want to try to look at the market, but you know, the Zcash chart does look pretty decent. It's, you know, it gets a little spooky when you're getting to the end of this little triangle looking like almost like a diamond pattern here. What I mean by diamond is, where is that parallel channel? This is like a popular kind of like a weird channel right here. Very, very steep on Zcash. I'm just kind of ignoring the FUD candle, you know, where apparently somebody could mint as many Zcash tokens as they wanted right there. But, you know, I am definitely surprised that Monero hasn't caught a stronger bid after all of that Zcash nonsense. But that is the Monero chart. It's a very slow moving chart that has just kind of been chugging upwards for the last, what is this, decade, you know? From 2014 till now, Monero is just slowly chugging along. $316 for one Monero. Zcash versus, or against Bitcoin, still looking pretty bullish. We'll see if you can break out and continue upwards right here. Where is Pepe? So Pepe, you know, I don't know. You know, as much I could say whatever about Pepe. You know I do. You know, I know I definitely do. Definitely do. But I've always been curious to see, like, well, I already know what'll happen because, you know, Pepe being successful is obviously pretty good for Bobo, right? And that's the case. That's always been the case in the past. And now someone from Pepe would be like, obviously, stupid idiot, like, obviously. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever, man. You know, the bear, we do what we want. We're going to talk regardless. But this is, you know, Pepe chilling. It's at I want to say like a fork right here. It's like, it has this weird little trend where it's just kind of sliding down right here. It's like some, it's not even really a wedge. You can't draw a wedge from the top. And I forgot what the 1010, that's what it was. The 1010 liquidation event right there. I was ready to go with Pepe. I thought Pepe was about to break out again. We had this pattern right here. You know, it was kind of looking like an elongated type of bull flag. I was drawing this out right here, like a support area, you know, and this breakout. And I was like, all right, here we go. Oop, not there. Where's that pencil tool at? I was thinking something like this, like a breakout. You know, try to go tackle a new all-time high. And then 10-10. The day the liquidations heard around the world, I should say, over that day. Everybody lost their Sonic rings. I bought 3 more Bobo Council NFTs, says the chat. Oh, man. Sweeping them. They are undervalued, I'll say that. those are more on-chain relics. If you dabble in on-chain relics, if you are a collector of fossils, the Bobo Council NFTs may be something you would like to look at. And I have, I'm not making any more NFTs. That's gonna be, as much as I've wanted to, man. I've really wanted to, but I kind of like just the Bobo Council NFTs just being there because they mean a lot to me. Because it was like in the summer of 2022, and I was grinding it out, and I put a lot of work for as simple as they are. I was putting a lot of work into them, and there's lore there because the contract got pretty much like exploited, or they were mass minting without me making an official announcement. Somebody found the contract and started minting them on their own, and luckily enough, they came out halfway decent, and then I went in and I stopped it from happening on the contract, and yeah, so there's a lot of crazy backstory to it too. That's why they are the way they are. Most of them are holding items. There was supposed to be a lot more variety to them. They weren't supposed to come out like that, but luckily enough, there were no duplicates. There were a few that had errors that just never came through. I swept those off and pretty much deleted them from existence. But I had a guy, like a Bitcoin ordinals guy, go through and he updated the metadata, and he got them all to come show through. And I was freaking out. That day sucked really bad. I was really sad because the art I had been working on all summer, and I had a way that I wanted them to get minted and how they were supposed to look. So they just kind of came out how they are. And it was a rough time because then I had to reach out on the timeline and ask, like, hey, could somebody please help me like figure out this metadata issue? This wasn't supposed to happen. And I was lucky enough to have like a Gigabrain Bitcoin ordinals guy come in, and he helped me on the Ethereum side of things. And yeah, that's it. That's the Bobo Council lore. So went through a lot with them, and I think if you want a profile picture, I'll just make you something and post it on the timeline. There's a lot of people that just kind of use Bobo memes as their PFPs, but the council is the council. G Bobo, says Theft Cabana. But this is the Pepe chart. I'm kind of interested to, let's do this. Can we extend this somehow? It looked like it tried to break out, something like that. It's just not enough there. What's this look like on log scale? Logarithmic. Look about the same? No. Looks worse on logarithmic. If you turn it, let's turn it upside down. Like this ascending wedge pattern. So there you go. Hold on, let me get rid of all this. Let me get all these drawings. Trying to get a good gauge on this chart. What about the monthly on Pepe? Rough. Okay. 3-day? Anything? Weekly? Go to the weekly? Just barely, man. This thing is just holding on. Like, can we get something through there? Yeah, just like that. Definitely needs a bounce, though. Okay, let's go through here. Trying to get like the candle closes. It's very, very rough, but typically you can just kind of, there you go. It's very, very rough, but I mean, so is the market.
Bruh.
Now let's turn it back upside down. There we go. See, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Got a little bit of, rough chop up here in these trend lines, but it's not too bad. It's a little rough if you're looking for a breakout point, you know, you're trading it like this, but what would be something like, I don't know. I think this is very clean though. That bottom where it's just kind of riding this chart down. So I don't know, man. And then that MACD is starting to wane a little bit too. So can the devs do something? Where's that?
Can devs do something?
The food, Thai food acquired. Got Thai food. That's a pretty decent looking Pepe chart though. Look at that little inverse head and shoulders pattern right there that broke out. Beautiful. Into this descending wedge pattern. And there we go. That's kind of the Pepe chart. Do we still have that on logarithmic? Yeah, we do. Okay, that was in log scale. Now we're all back to being screwed up. So we kind of have a descending wedge and log scale. I think it's a lot easier to chart this just horizontal, you know, typical support resistance levels in regular. Just like that. You know, little back test. There's your support. Right there. Little bearish back test. Gotta come up here, reclaim this area. Very clean. See that support? Come up here, wicked up there. What you gotta do, come up here, recapture, take off. That's what it is right now. Pepe. And right now, you're trying not to make new lows on the daily. It's, I don't know, man. It's looking kind of... you just need to recapture that level. That's all I'm going to say. You just got to recapture that level. Because your next area of support would be down here. Right here. Something like that. That's what would look pretty clean. That would be very, very solid area of support. So like if Pepe comes down here and you see me switch my profile picture to, you know, this, where's it at? You'll know why. This is like, that would be a very, very strong area of support. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. There we go. Or do my invites not go through? Man, you missed Saturday space again. Oh, do you send, or where did you send them in like a DM? I'm upgrading everything on my X. Like all my chats were just like in the old XV1. Like I'm updating like all my chats, and the new X chats are way better than the the old stuff for sure. People always ask if I'm going to come through. It's every Saturday, right? Is it every Saturday? It's time. 11:11 Eastern time? Well, that's easy to remember. 11:11. Make a wish. I wish I would show up. All right. That's very easy to remember. I have no excuse. I have no excuse now. None. Zero. Zilch. So we got Solana on here. I'll be there. I don't know what I'm going to say. Can I just sit in the crowd? Can I just sit in the crowd? Just sit in the crowd and just stare at everybody. Usually when I sit in the crowd, everyone starts screaming at me. I'll go sit in the crowd and they'll be like, look, there's that stupid little bear down there. And they just start throwing tomatoes at me. You know, that's what they do.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
That's not how angry Joe Biden was during that.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
Dude, Biden was so pissed off.
I'm gonna come.
Oh my God. Yo, Joe Biden was the Trump killer, though, man. Trump could never beat Biden. That's crazy. Well, I guess he did in his... Well, kinda. You know, Father Time caught up with him. I think like a young Biden probably would have still got his ass, though. I miss Bowden. It was a good time. You know, like if you don't have any, like, just looking at the market from an unbiased, like, perspective and just like going through different periods of time for presidents, you know, it is pretty chill. You know, the Biden and Obama, it's like eras are pretty chill. They're pretty chill. The market's fine. There's not a lot of like crazy, you know, volatility. For the most part, you know, the Trump. That's why I was like worried about like Trump. Everybody forgot like Trump administrations have crazy market volatility. Yeah, we got COVID crash under Trump, and I was like, okay, well, he's back. What the hell is it going to be this time? Because everyone's like, yeah, you know, sure, you know, you're going to get some things that pop off, but, you know, the volatility is extreme. But, you know, you can make money with volatility. But right now, crypto's getting the worst end of it. Crypto got the worst of the volatility. It's exhausting. Yeah, I agree. It's like, you know, we're going to go back to just having the president be, you know, an old fart just sitting there and not being in the news every day. I don't know. With the way social media is, it's going to be a weird dynamic too when there's a new president, and they're going to just be like, they're not going to know how to react to it, I think, because going back from what we have now, and they're not going to know what to talk about. The news is going to be very boring. You got to think about it. Like, what does the news talk about every single day? They talk about Trump and the president and the things going on with the president and Trump and what he's saying. And as soon as you get a new president, it's going to be like, you know, like what the, you guys want to talk about like sports or the weather or like, there any TV shows? Like the president's going to be really boring again, just in the office signing paperwork, not getting shot at, you know, like it's just going to like go back to just being the regular ass president. Like, I don't know. Can't wait, to be honest. Yeah, it really is kind of just like exhausting. But you got 2 more years of it. So, you know, what's the grand finale? What is the grand finale to this Trump era of our lives? You know, we're almost to that home stretch right now. It is crazy to think that we have we have 1 more year of it, right? Because 2028 will be, yeah, so it's about 1.5 years. We got 1.5 years left. We're in the home stretch. No more Trump. Until his son runs.
You're done.
JD Vance. President Please. What's Please token doing? Teasing a run, man. Don't really know. Please token. Are you running? Are you not? I keep saying Please could be like a huge sleeper because we don't know if JD Vance is going to run. You know, what's it? Gavin Newsom is he leading in the polls Gavin Newsom looks like, you know, Two-Face from Batman, or he's just like real slimy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Doesn't the chart do what it does based off human emotion and not dependent on who's president? Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, the president causes a lot of human emotion too, though. I think, or just this one, he's just like, he gets an emotional reaction out of everybody, or what I notice a lot is he'll create problems, then go in and try to fix it, and then look like the hero after the fact. You know, it's like he walks in a room where people are, you know, building a building with blocks or something, like a bunch of kids on the ground building with blocks. He goes in there and kicks the blocks over, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. Looks like you need a hero to come save this and like build a new building for you. You need some new blocks? And the kids are like, bro, you just kicked our blocks over. Like, oh, I know somebody, the best block builder in the world. You've never seen anybody build blocks like this. It's really incredible. It's the best. Never seen anything like it. And they're just like, why is this dude here? And then he gets the block builder and fixes it. And he's like, see, I'm a hero. And it's just like, what? And then he leaves the room and you're just like, wow, that was really weird. That's the whole Trump experience. I don't know. We're just going to solve problems that weren't really going to be problems in the first place. I don't know. OG Doge. That's, yeah. I'm like just trying to look for coins to follow on FOMO. OG Doge. OG Doge, 8.1 million. They're buying the dip, and it's looking pretty nice. Look at that 4 hour. It's kind of like a bull flag. Bullish pendant. Like an uptrend, trying to continue the uptrend. That was a really nice dip buy right there. They were just like, no, enough. That is not happening. We're going to continue this on. It is currently trying to break out on the 4 hour. Right there. Nice little breakout happening on the 4 hour.
I talk facts.
So will we see it run back up again? Is it kind of like a little parallel channel? Yeah, it is. You can do a parallel channel. What's interesting, anytime you do these breakouts, is you can move the line to the bottom and see if it lines up. You get a little channel right there. Little parallel channel. So let's draw this. Happy lines, little happy lines. Some Bob Ross. Move that. There you go. Little parallel channel. Trying to break out of the downtrend right now. OG Doge. Tokens, leaderboard. Rare. Joshua at 7 mil. Glippy. That's what we're gonna look at. Glippy. What the hell is Glippy, man? Glippy is like the Solana vamp of, or Google Clippy. It's like vamping Glippy. That's crazy. GG's. I have a 6 figs bag on OG Doge. Let's go. Damn. There's a lot of Bobros that are up big on OG Doge right now. A lot of them. A lot of people doing really well on this. I bet if you go to the leaderboard, you're gonna, what's that logo look like? You're gonna see some OG Doge people. Yep. Number 2 is a holder in OG Doge. Yep. Number 2 on the leaderboard. It looks like, yeah, their biggest bag is OG Doge. Right there. Prodigy. King Prodi. And are there any more? Run It Back X9. Just a guy who will retire off OG Doge. He's just been pounding OG Doge. Pause.
Bruh.
1% left in the pump swap pool, by the way. So yeah, we got most of the people in the top of the leaderboard are OG Doge buyers. Pingu charts is just hammering kins.
Bruh.
Pause. They have a bunch of kins, Kintara. And then you got some uwu traders, 3 and 4, rounding out the top 5. Cool. So OG Doge is definitely dominating from what I can see in the top 15, top 20. So you're right. You guys are definitely kicking ass right now. Not gonna lie. My 24-hour rank, I am ranked 276, and all I did was buy Groyper. And Groyper is a 132 market cap coin right now. Let's go look at Groypers. The other Groyper trying to pop off again. I don't care. Like they're just like I was just trying to do my own thing, man. And they're just like, they're watching the stream right now. If I have another idea for a coin, they're gonna launch it right now. I got to keep all my ideas to myself, I guess. Don't tell them about the Dogecoin Dark idea. Is that one yours? Which one, the Groiper? No, I just bought it. Himothy Groiper, who just jumped in the chat randomly a few days ago, was like, "Hey, I'm launching this Groiper coin," and then he sent me some, and then I sold what he sent me, and then I rebought it on FOMO so I can have it as just like my first ever buy on FOMO, and that's it. That's the rest is history. But not mine though. Still just rocking Bobo. I need to come over here and put on a Bobo buy. Put on the Bobo buy. This is what's like. Okay, here's that. Who's this? Oreos or Hydrox? Good top holders on this USD pair. Who is pushing this? Oh, is it that little dog? Or the little duck? Oh, that's why they were at war with this guy. The Apu wars. Janny chart is looking to break out. This guy right here, VTuber. Dude, he has... Oh, the followers are way different. Okay, it's just like followers on FOMO and not followers on X. Okay. This guy's account is really starting to take off. He does like the little duck. He has the duck VTuber stuff. What I do is like, I'm a PNG tuber. Like the VTuber is like virtual reality. It's like 3D, but I'm just a PNG. Maybe I could try, you know, upgrading to VTube. Someone has to make me a VTuber variant of it. I don't know if it would look the same though. If there was a way to do it, maybe I could. But let's see here. You can see his little duck character. Pretty fun.
All right, guys, welcome to another.
Hold on, let me turn him down. I just like looking at the duck. It is a funny duck. Look at him. Does he have like where he's big on the screen? There we go. Look at that. It's a great character. It's like you know, it got the little Mr. Peanut style, but it's a great looking little character. It's cool to see other people doing it. You know, Mr. Peanut made it really popular, but I've kind of just been doing like the PNG tuber thing for a really long time. It's just kind of like awkward. I don't know. So it's nice for other people to try to do it. It's like they were doing it with like Tubby Cats, and I know I mentioned Tubby Cats on screen. Or on stream. Tubby Cats, throwback. Miladies, and forgot who else was doing during the NFT craze. There was projects that were releasing little webcam builds or whatever for streaming and stuff like that. I forgot all the projects that did it. I thought Bored Ape did it. Like you got one with your Bored Ape that you could download, which is pretty cool. I like PNG too, but we've been working on something for me. Oh shoot. Gonna happen.
80% of the supply in the hands of insiders. This is completely broken. Goes without saying that this does not build community.
I said I love watching PumpFun shill Apu after Marcel dumped LMAO. Yeah, this you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it with the PNG tuber thing. But I do think you can do it. I've tried doing different 3D experiments with this variant of Bobo, like the wrecked Bobo variant, the derpy one. Like I tried to make it, you know, it's a variant. Well, if you know, this design was originally, it's like it has Apustasia eyes, but I really wouldn't even call it like Apu. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was like its own thing. And I switched it up a lot, and I made it a Bobo, kept the Apu eyes, and yeah, it's kind of like its own thing. You know, He kind of looks a little bit like an alien sometimes, but it's okay. It's like a little derpy bear, little youthful derpy bear. Worst case, you use it for animations. We are making it classy. Oh, I'll definitely use it. I'll definitely use it. I'll for sure. I'm always just doing meme content. I want to so bad. I wish I could figure out a way. Where's David? David Gockstein has been getting a lot of views off of his reaction videos. David Bars. This is David. Are these any good? David Chocolate Crunch. Pause. What are you gonna ask? Bruh. You gonna ask me if that tastes good? He's like he's trying to bait you into saying David tastes good. Bruh. Bro, I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you anything. He's been getting a lot of good. Look at this. The engagement 3,400, 600, 700, 700, 600. So they really are boosting like the face reaction videos or whatever. But yeah, just in comparison to anything else, like, you know, just typical video content, but the reaction videos get so much. So he's killing it on that front. You know who else I think would be really good at that? That showed their face, and even though they don't like me, I think they would go viral a lot, is Dr. Robotnik. I think Dr. Robotnik, if he did reaction, if you're watching this or you're listening, Robotnik, if you did reactionary video content like this, instead of just, you know, screaming in spaces, I think you would have some viral hits for sure. There are a lot of characters in crypto that could go viral with this format. 100%. For better or worse, I'm just trying to think of the people that would go viral. You know, Alchemist, I don't, well, if you want to dox, I don't know. You could, but I wish you can do this with like my format. You know, if I could have like the PNG talking and doing a reactionary take on there, it'd be pretty funny. But I know that's, you know, they're trying to move away from the anonymous stuff on X. I think they've even said like they want you to make content like this. That's what they're gonna, you know, push and support. They don't like the whole anonymous account thing or whatever. Even if, you know, some people it's in their best interest to remain anonymous. Sorry, can't talk. Bruh. But it'll be on brand. You should clip the tickers you look at and post. You probably farm the communities. Yeah, I was thinking about how I could clip stuff up. I don't know. But like, yeah, you could, if you could figure out a way, you know, like here's, how am I saying his name? Am I saying
Damen.
Damen. Okay, Damen. I keep saying Damien. I do a lot of Damiens. So I'll keep saying Damen. Damen Duck. Damen Duck. Damen Quack Quack. He's, what if we already won, but all we got to do is hold, so. Let me go to his X account right now, because the only reason I saw the other Apu coin is because they were attacking the little duck guy, and I was just like, you know. Bruh. I was like, I'm having fun again, says Damen. Bring back having fun instead of soulless extraction. That's another, like, that's why I'm really frustrated with, like, I wasn't even mad at, like, them launching, you know, just like, I'm not mad at the vamps. I'm just mad at them. It feels like it's just straight up attacking me and just like trying to stop me from just vibing and having fun with everybody. It's like, if you would just stop focusing so much on me, go live your life and just, you know, and just go have fun. Like, I just want to have fun, you know, again. And it's just weird when you have people just like constantly making moves to undercut anything you're trying to do. Like, just really weird energy. Like, we're just trying to have fun. Being in a PFP cult appears in the and the bear. Everyone will say bear but won't say Bobo. It is really weird how everybody dances around Bobo. You notice that? Like, they're scared to say it. I think it really, it's like the people that would, there was a real movement to just FUD Bobo in the back channels with some of these quote unquote higher up Coles who are just, you know, massive assholes. And over time, people are just starting to see Bobo for what it really is, was just like a meme community that likes to, you know, troll and have fun on the timeline. And, I don't know. I think that's like part of it. It'll look good as Bobina does if you've seen it. Just stylize more Bobo trademark and your aesthetic. Damen blocked me for whatever reason, says Garbisky. Does David still trade coins? I think so. I think he just doesn't talk about it as much because he was getting so much shit for it. And honestly, I feel like David is kind of like in his own zone, his own space, and it looks like he's doing pretty well. So it's like, I don't even want to drag him back down into that shit. Cause like anytime he gets into this like area where we're at, everybody starts attacking him, you know? So what the hell is this? Donald Trump poll, ICE agents, nice agents. What does that even mean, bro? I'm not voting for that. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is departing for Switzerland for talks on Iran deal. Again. Gotta go back. Germany. Germany versus the Ivory Coast. Germany lost. The Germans. Absolutely insane how one of the most valuable and universally recognized memes is still sub 10 mil market cap. Literally everyone knows that as long as the markets exist, there will be a bull and bear memes daily to express market sentiment. So narrative ever comes fractionally as valuable as time relevant as being a solid meme market. Yeah, I mean, that's why Bobo continues on no matter what the meta is. There's always a need for bear memes and bull memes. That's the red pill on Bobo. Like, it kind of, it's just always going to be there. It's just, I don't know. The army keeps growing. Draper.
The meme coin supercycle is not just a prediction about the future. It's already happening.
Is Don... Oh, Monkey posted the dog and it got 68 likes. Is Damen like a angry little duck? Angry? Or they're angry he bought the Apu coin. You get busy living or you get busy dying. So Damen is posting, he says Apu World Order and Insane PA. Also, okay, so he keeps posting about this. So that's why he's getting attacked. He is up 34k on Joshua. And he's down astronomically on this. Okay, here is one meme that is absolutely cursed. The bow meme. This shit can never catch a bid, bro. This is like, how many times do we need to see this coin launched? Can somebody from a Chinese cabal just launch this shit and do it right for once and just end it once and for all? Launch it on BNB and be done with it. Like, I keep seeing this meme over and over again, and it always rugs, no matter what. Have you seen the hydration break memes? I haven't seen that. One actually hit. Is this the one I bought a long time ago? I'll be mad as hell if this thing went on another run and I had no idea. I swear, because I bought one of these. What chain is this on? Oh no, it's on BNB. Hopefully I don't still have that. I'd be pissed. The thing went. I don't think I do though. Hydration break memes. No, I don't think so. Let me check and see. Hydration break? Maybe I have. Oh, hydration break. This is what a hydration break should look like. Like a World Cup meme. Advertising during hydration breaks will generate more than $250 million throughout the World Cup. Time for a hydration break. Hydration breaks. Oh, he's not a fan. So they actually have like real timeout type breaks now. Got some sun today. Drink a lot and never forget, you can't hit it raw. You shouldn't be hitting it at all.
Bruh.
Wow. Hydration break. Barbecues. It is pretty wild. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Get fucked. Is this real? 35K? Looks like it. Appears famous mevbot Jared from Subway has been exploited for over 15 million on chain. But that dude had made so much money. He's probably cashed out so much anyway. Somebody got his ass with Claude. You know, I should have been... It should have been me, damn it. It should have been me. I wish it would have been me. This guy, bro. This is what I'm talking about right here. Every ETH meme dev will tell you, you know, go ahead and go get some Subway. I actually say, hold on, let me quote tweet that. What should headed to Subway to celebrate? What do you get from Subway? I get chicken teriyaki. Of course, I get the most fattening, unhealthy shit from Subway. I even spell chicken teriyaki. Teriyaka. I should just say it like that. I think that's how you spell teriyaki. Sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Let's see. I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. So teriyaki sub. Where is it? Number something. Sweet onion chicken teriyaki. There we go. Sweet. Oop. Sweet. I know, I'm a nerd. I have to do everything in lowercase. Crypto coder shit. Headed to Subway to celebrate sweet onion chicken teriyaki. By the way. That's big. That's huge. $15 million. Run it. I feel like we need a... Where's the fireworks at for that? Dance Pepe's. Fireworks.
So much for... Why are you celebrating it? So much for decentralization.
Of course I'm celebrating it. You know how many times he's mev'd to me? Like... I got Subway in the fridge later. I'm legit going to Subway now. I ate Subway yesterday. That's why I'm on this like Subway, you know, kick right now. But Subway makes me fat. Like Subway is legit like, well, the way I eat Subway is just not healthy at all. I go and I'm like, I want everything on the sandwich. And I get sweet onion chicken teriyaki, which is like the worst thing you can get, I think, besides like a, what is it, a Philly cheesesteak or something. I think would maybe be worse, maybe. But yeah, I'm like, can I get the fatty McFat sandwich with 12 inches of fat bread? They're like, right this way, sir. Roast beef, jalapenos, provolone, cucumbers, the works. I get the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. I've been getting flatbread a lot now. I don't. And jalapenos. As long as it has jalapenos, I'm cool. Anything else is just whatever. What kind of chicken or what kind of cheese would you like with that, son? The Subway to celebrate sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Infamous Mevbot Jared from Subway gets exploited for over 15 million on chain. Do we got the on chain? Do we got? Technically, it's our money that got exploited.
Bruh.
Jared, the exploiter gets exploited. Hecker. Keith mentioned. Well, well, well. Get fucked, Jared. The killer meets the rape. The circle of life. Well, if you didn't believe in karma, welcome back to Subway. They got my boy. Karma. Good. That's pain. But I mean, I'm sure he's cashed out so much money. Oh, he's probably good. But if he got exploited, then, you know, maybe his reign of terror is finally in. Maybe, you know, that's the most bullish Ethereum news I've heard in a while. That the Mevs might, you know, be scared to run because they're going to get exploited. The damn Mongolians. You know, maybe the Mevs will finally chill out. Got exploited. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a Mev issue. I don't know what happens. But Jared's cooked right now. He's done. It's over. You're done. You're washed.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
Jared, doesn't he follow me? I swear Jared from Subway follows me. Dude, Jared has ate so much off Bobo that, like, he's probably a fan. He's a fan of Bobo. I'm not even kidding. Jared from Subway has ate so much off of Bobo coin, it's ridiculous. Coins that were trading on Ethereum during meme season, like, you have to remember, people were slinging like 100K, 200K, 200,000 a trade. Like, just slinging the shit in 2024 on these Ethereum memes. On the Bobo chart. I'm not joking you. And the Mevs were just eating. Just 10K at a time. Jared from Subway is still alive. ETH traders used to pray for times like this. RIP Jared from Subway. Jared from Subway, the most well-known Mev bot on Ethereum, just got drained over $15 million. After years of sandwiching traders of millions of dollars, someone finally got their revenge biblical. Jared from Subway pillaged retail for $5 million, and we erected statues. One little uni boy pulled his liquidity, and we burned towns. Oh wait, that's an old tweet. Who knows what that person's talking about? Jared from Subway. Bang, bang, bang.
Headshot. Game over.
Go. All into Bobo. I heard he's buying Bobo to celebrate. Bobo coded. Jared from Subway. Let's look at the latest. There it is. Did he? How much? Like, hopefully it was everything. I mean, I'm just saying that. I really don't like that guy. But, I'm sure he has a lot. You don't believe in decentralization. Well, neither do you. You're blacklisting other coins on other blockchains. So, hush. Nah, Jared from Subway got exploited. LOL about time. GG's. RIP Jared from Subway. Legendary. Jared from Subway drained. I used to pray for times like these. Yeah. Jared from Subway still doing his thing. Yeah, man. It's over with. Karma will get you eventually. That's why, like, you know, you guys can move crazy, do whatever you want. You don't think karma's gonna come get you eventually. The way some of them are moving out here, you're lying. I hope everything that he's withdrawn to gets straight too. We need a cat runner, says Garbinski. Did you already no, I haven't. I need to go follow Meep too. I saw Meep. I'll follow Meep the cat. Is this the right one? Let me make sure I got the right one. 298K. We followed Meep. And I followed Janny already. Yep, got Janny, just so, you know, I know the Jannies. And I know the Moo-Moos. What the hell is this? Moo-Moo, what is this? Another Moo-Moo. Moo-Moo like Muppet? Stop it. There was a Moo-Moo Muppet and a Bobo Muppet too? I didn't know there was a Moo-Moo. I know there was Bobo. It was an old Muppet character. Roiper. Apu Apu Staja. That damn duck, man. That duck's, but that's what's, why is it not popping up in the search? If the duck is, see what I'm saying? Interesting. Are we blacklisting? Are we blacklisting? Damen. Where's Damen? Did I spell his name right? Oh, users. There he is. I gotta follow him. I want to follow the duck. Yeah, this one's not popping up. Can you even search it in the damn thing? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, the diamond duck. This is the war. The war zone. Kins. Wojak. Pay to win.
I drank a beer.
Congrats, guys. Congrats. You won. You won.
Touchdown, Bears!
You won.
Get over here.
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's the right one. The Meep. Yeah. That, Mongolians? That's how I feel about ETH people. Anytime I see ETH people, I'm just like, you dumb Mongolian. I'm like always trying to fuck with my shit. It's like the bears live in our little castle, and the .eths just come and try to always fuck with our castle doors. Dariums every time. Bro, just go. Stay over there. Stay over there on your side.
Russ, did you guys lose this game or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Literally. Tripping, bro. A lot of anger in these, a lot of rage in these candles, a lot of anger. Like mind control. No matter how high you go, still not watching you. Joshua, 7 mil. Joshua, 7 mil. Joshua looks like he wants to pop. Looks like he wants to pop. Open up shop. Oh, no. Because of Rough Riders. Roll. Token leaderboard. Crypto. Bitcoin. Ethereum up. BNB. Solana's up almost to 72. Ethereum is at 1,724. Up 1.5% almost. Solana's up 4% though. Interesting. Go check something on CoinGecko. Check something on CoinGecko real quick. Okay, so Ethereum has widened the gap a little bit once again with Tether. BNB has flipped USDC. That was new. That's new. BNB was in the 5th position, I believe. Now they're in 4th. 4. DZ coded. So maybe they stay in 4 for a while. I don't know. And then you have a significant fall off after that between XRP and Solana. XRP at 70 billion and Solana at 40. So there's a big gap between 6 and I mean, just for number 10 is Hyperliquid, currently at 15 billion, and number 5 is 74 billion. So there's a huge drop off between 5, 6, and 10. So I think there's some gains to be had there. One notable thing though is Doge has fallen out of the top 10. Dogecoin is number 11 now. That's you know what? It's kind of interesting because there is you know, Doge has always been kind of like the king of memes, right? It's been like the number one meme. And it's like, but what I said earlier in the stream, there's a lot that goes into that though. Like if you look up the tokenomics of Doge, you're going to go see like the top holders hold like 60% of the supplies. This is basically like, you know, there's a lot of supply taken off the table for Doge. That's how like Doge and SHIB, the reality of it is, you know, they have significant supply control. And that's why they're able to see these incredible high valuations. And that's the red pill with a lot of these memes. You have to have a lot of supply control, and you have to have a pretty strong narrative. Now, like SHIB is just like made up. You know, they're just a brand, like a SHIB brand. And they had a catalyst that helped push them over the edge like that. So with Vitalik burning the supply or whatever. It's possible. Pepe could flip Doge. I've always thought it could. I always thought it would eventually. I don't know why. Like, I don't know, man. Pepe, if you're listening, you got to squash the beef. You got to squash the beef with Bobo. I don't give a fuck about the beef and all that shit, but you got to get back to the culture, and you got to get back to what made you popular in the first place, and stop acting like you're too elitist to talk to anybody. Like, shit can get good again. Shit can start popping. Just like, I don't know, man. You can be a lot stronger than what you are right now is what I'm saying. I'm over it. I don't think y'all are though. But by the way, y'all are talking about me every single day and the screenshots and the shit that I receive. You guys aren't over it. If you want to get over it, we're sitting right here, and I think you can be a lot higher. Now you're going to be like, you know, what do you matter? Obviously, if you talk about me every single day, you're feeling some type of way. So we matter somehow. It's just like bitter X or something, man. I don't know. Anyway, Solana's at 72. Solana's at 72. I do believe that can happen, though, Garbinski. I do believe. I've always thought that. I just don't know what other, you know, it's weird, though, because you could say something like, you'd be like, oh, a Wojak meme could be that one because of his notoriety. And then you could be like, it could be troll because of notoriety. But then something like SHIB, which is just completely, I don't say like vaporware, but like it's a vapor meme. You know, it's just it's a brand that just came out of nowhere. Things like that are like the curveballs. So really, it's just about the narrative, what sparks it, and you have to have some type of tokenomic impact to get it to those levels in the first place. Like, you have to be set up, and then once you're set up in a way that gives your project or your chart lift, then anything can happen. Basically have to set yourself up to break records. There are a few projects that are set up that way. Pepe is one of them. Obviously, Pepe is one of them. If you don't think they have significant supply control right now, you're kidding yourself because of how bad this bear market, you know, this drawdown has been, and they're still sitting just above 1 billion. And it's not a bad thing. You know, obviously it's a very, very good thing because they're still in a great position right now. Is my stream delayed? Depends on where it is when you get to the bull. Troll could flip Pepe too. I would, you know, anything and everything are possible. Like, I'm really bullish on the momentum that Solana is giving the Solana memes. Obviously, I mean, that's why I ventured over to Solana. So obviously I'm bullish on it. Jesus, this article down here says Ethereum labeled a lost decade asset by critics. Holy shit. Critics have recently targeted Ethereum, labeling it as a lost decade asset. This criticism was highlighted in the weekly crypto market review. This week's crypto stories cut across the market. I mean, yeah, it hasn't done anything for a decade. Now, things have happened on Ethereum. And that's when we start talking about Pepe, you know, and the meme cycle that happened. And then, you know, Ethereum just wants to completely ignore that even happened, which is strange to me. I feel like Solana really moved in and was like, if you don't want that notoriety, we'll take it and we'll double down on it. And just from like a marketing standpoint, I thought that was a really smart idea. Now they're trying to label them as the gambling chain or whatever, but I think they're slowly, you know, developing into more than that. Now you got the GameFi, the trading cards, it just leads to different avenues. Like, memes are always just kind of like that first thing everyone trades on your chain that gets users involved. I don't know what, like, I'm trying to look at the Ethereum chart over the last, yeah, I mean, it's the same price that it was in February of 2021. And it's crazy that as much as we talk about 2021 was 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
That's what people need to, like, that is why, like, I had to take a step back and understand that too, because sometimes you get really complacent in this space and you have to refresh the way you think, because I have to understand, like, I've been in crypto and trading crypto for 10 years, since like 2016. And you have to step back and be like, okay, shit, I'm an unk. And maybe the way that I think about things, like, even though I'll be really knowledgeable and just remembering things that happened in different cycles and the way things, you know, things transpired and went about, I need to think about things differently. I need to refresh my mind, because this is a whole new era of traders coming in here. I need to see, like, how they move, how they operate. What are they changing? What are they making better about the market? What are the actual good things? We talk about all the bad things that the new gen is constantly doing, but what about all the good things? You know, you just gotta, like, just take a step back and refresh your minds, because it is crazy, man. Like, I don't know. That's like why I get mad at, like, some of the .eths, like, coming after Bobo. Is like, bro, we were batting for Ethereum more than most. You know, we were right there with you, if not more so. It's crazy. Nothing repeats anymore. Shit is so different. Shit is really different. What's a good margin to stay based in on your observation for supply control? Well, it's actually, you'd be surprised. Like, a lot of the projects, if you just go look, I just go do it yourself. Hold on, let me see. How should I say this? Because I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like, you should just get as much as you can and scam. No, like, that's not like everybody else. Like, if you go look at the tokenomics on Pump, look at the PumpFun token. You know, PumpFun token really isn't a great example yet. I do believe they will see some lift on their chart eventually because of the way they're set up. But like Doge, SPX, Mog, Pepe, Shib. I haven't looked at the tokenomics of what made Popcat pop. during that $1 billion run either at first. But, you know, this is what I screamed at Wojak on ETH for. You know, I screamed at Wojak on ETH and I told him, I said, hey, your liquidity ratio is all off. It was like that Fast and the Furious scene. It's like you never had your car. You know, that's what I told him. I was like, and it pissed him off. I was like, hey, your token is never going to pump. It has a terrible liquidity to market cap ratio. You have way too much liquidity in your pool. The token can't move. And I just kept going off on them. And I was like, you have no supply control. And then they went and they burned 27 or like 30% of the supply. And then they grabbed more supply in other wallets, I'm sure, that they're holding in their own personal wallets, community wallets, whatever. So they probably have almost 30-40% supply control themselves. And then, you know, now look at their chart now. They're basically running the game plan that I've, you know, set up for myself, right? Or I told them what could transpire if you set it up. And it's all just by looking at what happened in the past. What happened in the past with SHIB, Doge, Pepe. They all have very similar setups. It's like basically like anywhere between like 40 to 50% of the supply is in good hands or just kind of like where nothing can move. You know, it doesn't really, it could be labeled as anything you want. It could be a burn wallet. It could be like a treasury wallet. It could be anything. But when you take away so much supply, it just gives your chart a better chance to break records and do higher, you know, higher numbers. And that's the cold reality of it all. It really is. There's a lot of people being more transparent about it. Like White Whale, when they did their meme coin or whatever, they were very open and transparent about all the same stuff that I'm talking about right now. They'll tell you the same thing. It's a very cold reality. I think people are seeing it right now with like the Wojak stuff is you can have better memes, you can have a better community and all that. But if you don't have the right tokenomics and the right setup, people can take advantage of you. And that is the business side of things, and that's what sucks right now. It's gross, and people don't like it, but it is like that's the nasty business side of this, because we are tokenizing the memes. I do think you're ahead of the curve when most people hating right now do it, but on the side wallets, and they hate how you're making the meta. Yeah, with transparency, crazy dudes running it. Nothing repeats anymore. Shit is very different. Yeah, I think like if you're just transparent about it, it's gonna shock people. Or the thing is, in the space, it's very hard to trust anybody. But I think it's kind of unprecedented to have somebody that's, you know, if you're in the space for a very long time and you're going to be very open about it and just like, I actually have a mission, I have a goal, I have ambitions to like want to send this project to higher valuations. I want to see this character succeed. I want to see it happen. I want it to be under our watch. And, you know, it's just a lot of drive to get it done. And then, I don't know, if you go and you research all this stuff, just run all the numbers through Claude, you're going to see the same things that I did. You're going to be like, oh, this shit is just, you know, this is all rigged. This is pay to win. This is just like, that's the red pill in all of this. And it's very obvious right now for everybody to see that with some of these battles that are going on in the trenches. It is what it is. It's just so different. It's just so different now. And it's like, I don't want to be like a doomer about it all and be like, you know, because it sucks. That's not what I personally believe in. That's not how I want it to be. I like decentralization. I like everybody, you know, believing in that as well. But it's like the way that they're gaming the system right now and the way everything's set up and the way that they celebrate things and the way they think these things were set up are just two totally different things. And that's the reality of it. And that's just like, I don't know. Might be censored. Oh, my message didn't go through. Meant to say crazy dude running libtards. It's crazy. Like see, that's another thing. Like we're talking decentralization and they're censoring everything in this app. Like everything's getting censored right now. I just like, I hope, I don't know. To me, this space feels like the least decentralized it's ever felt. And it feels like decentralization is supposed to be the meta. But to see the way people are moving and they're just like, you know, smear campaigning people, they're getting things removed from blockchains because they have insider connects, and it's just like, you know, they're blacking out logos, they're blacking out names, they're using their connections to get people delisted. It's just like, and then I just came to realize this place isn't very decentralized at all. It's very centralized, and there's people in this space that have too much power. Like, there's a lot of apps in this space that have too much power too. And I think a lot of people will agree with that. But I do think we are starting, as long as we bridge out to like more decentralized like apps, like stuff like that, like dexes that are, you know, actually decentralized, we'll be in a better space for it. And things like your logo being blacked out on a popular site won't really matter as much. If this space was truly decentralized, no one would care. I need to divvy up more for the team, take care of them. Not just me, I'll take the red pill. Guess we gotta game it up too. I mean, it's just, no one else is gonna say it, but they're gonna, I mean, it's all out in the open now. And it's not like you're trying to be like sneaky about it either. You're just like, okay, well, we're just trying to operate like everybody else in this space. If you want to make some noise and break records, I want to break records. I want to shock people. I want to make people angry. I want Bobo to go up a lot. Like a lot. I want to set it up so where if it catches any type of bid, it's just going to rip really hard and piss people off. Like that's the way I set it up. It's like every project. Now, you can go buy whatever you want. You can go do whatever you want to do. But, like, the way I'm setting my shit up is, like, it'll explode. Like, because I've been working on it for a while. And I don't really care either way. The way it goes is, like, when that liquidity injection hits and the bull market really turns on and things start to turn around like I think they will, and you see Bobo ripping harder than other coins and you don't really know why, it's going to be because I did a lot of homework and I set things up to operate in a certain way. And then that's it. I mean, you can go buy whatever you want though. But the Bobo roller coaster is going to be extreme. It's going to be an extreme it's going to be an extreme ride. It's going to be Bobo. Because every bull run, every market cycle that hits, Bobo does Bobo things. And there's a reason why it outperforms. It's because we keep innovating and just making new shit to, you know, troll everybody. So, I don't know. It is what it is. It'll be very interesting. People sleep on it, and then everybody, you know, looks at it, and then it'll be like the number one, you know, coin or in the top 3, and everyone's like, what the hell? And then all the FUD comes out and Claus comes back from the dead. And shout out to Claus though. Shout out to Claus, or Klaus, however you say his name. He hasn't posted in like 10 days or something, so I don't know if anything happened to him or not. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's okay. It's really not like, I don't know. Maybe he's actually Jared from Subway and he's not okay. That's literally me observing the situation. Germany is so shit. How did they manage 7 goals last game? Books trapped me hard. F my life. This dude looks like Ted Cruz's son. College students are abandoning coding for healthcare careers as AI reshapes job outlook. Students shift from computer science to healthcare amid AI disruption fears. Isn't that backwards? All the tech CEOs are going to regret scaring everyone everyone away from coding. All these AI slop code bases are going to start breaking, and there'll be no one to fix it. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that backwards? Don't you need more people to code? Like, people are like, I don't know, you're going to need... I figured it would morph into prompt engineers. You know, it's going to be like, instead of a liberal arts degree, it'll be a liberal arts prompting engineer. You know, like an art prompt engineer. Like, I've been thinking that too. Like, I was just having like a normie conversation. Or I was just talking to other people. Like I don't want to say, I hate the word normie too, by the way. But it was just like a bunch of other family or whatever. And I didn't want to scare them or anything, but like, you know, I was like, man, what are they even telling kids nowadays at high school? You know, like, what are you even planning to become? Where are you going to school for? Where are you going to be? Because AI is taking all their jobs. And they just kind of have like this look on their face like this. Just like, bruh. What do you mean AI is taking all of our jobs? I'm like, yeah, bro, like AI is going to, you know, replace pretty much everything, or just robots. And so what are we even working to aspire to be? And I'm like, well, if I think about it, I'm guessing prompting engineers, you know, everybody's just going to like prompt for certain jobs, or AI will just become a tool set or part of the job. You know, I don't think you would want to go away from computer science into healthcare because, you know, they're next, you know, can't run. GM Himothy, greetings Groypers. You have the best setup I've seen. Gonna go in your favor soon enough. It's the realest shit I've heard, honestly. I've tried to set it up. Like, that was my goal. I was like, I want to have like a SHIB like thing happen to my coin, because I want to have the same type of, you know, explosive tokenomics as something like that. Now, you need a spark, you need an inflection point, you need something to happen to cause, you know, a riot on your chart. But if your chart is tradable in that way, then, you know, it's gonna be a show. it's gonna be forced to happen, because there's gonna be so much off. It's just gonna be a different type of game that we're playing. We're gonna be playing a different type of game than everybody else. And not everybody else can play that game because it takes a long time to set that up. Or we were just in a position, Bobo was trading at like 3 or 4 mil for a long time. And I was like, you know what? Let's reset this whole thing. Let's get everybody over here and let's play a new game. Let's play a new game where we have significant supply control. And we're sitting in an area of mass chaos. And let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I'm willing, and I was gambling on the fact that, you know, Solana meme season, you know, there might have been one that happened, but I think there can be another one that is a lot larger and a lot more hectic than anything ever before. Because I'm looking at things right now, it's easier than ever to trade memes or any type of tokens. And all the meme records were broken in 2021. $88 billion valuation for Doge, $55 billion valuations for SHIB. And I'm like, well, if you set up tokens in this space with those same type of tokenomics for the tokens that broke records in 2021, what would happen? I don't know. Bruh. Maybe we'll see. Just throw it out there, see what happens. It's a good meme. It's set up to pump. Just let it chill. And, you know, people, they can post the chart up or down right now. I don't give a damn. I don't care, because I know it's set up to know, like, if the bull market hits, it's set up to rip. That's all you can do. You can just give your community and everybody a chance to be a part of something really special. Like I said, everybody's going to trade whatever they want to trade, though. You can do whatever you want to do. That's Cope. It's the future. They can't come to terms with their work being automated. Real programmers using it, and business as usual. It's weird. It's weird. I think, like, I feel like everyone's like, AI is going to take over everything, but I think it's just going to be more integrated into society, and everybody's going to have to learn how to prompt in some facet, just to make things easier. But I don't know how long it's going to be before it actually takes over everything, and we live in this weird, utopian society like Elon Musk has discussed a few times. Maybe it'll happen right as I turn into an old man, and then I'll actually need that to happen because it'll be harder for me to get around. That would be nice for the AI super cycle to hit right as I need it the most. Ethan Soul will have a season. Yeah, I think what you're seeing too is Solana has a lot of fight in it. I mean, Ethereum has a lot of fight in it as well, is what I meant to say. Ethereum has, they're showing that they will not go down easily. So they have, like I said, there's a lot of smart people over on Ethereum still. And they're doing exactly what I was talking about. They're setting up their tokens to have these PumpFun style liquidity to market cap ratio dynamics so they can keep pace with what else is going on in the market. That is what I thought, these Ethereum tokens would have to do, because what PumpFun and Solana are doing isn't quite fair. For tokens that have more liquidity on Ethereum, nothing is wrong with them. It's just a different era, and things can move around a lot more viciously, and it's a lot more attention grabbing on Solana. And you can have both. And that is what OneCoin right now in particular, probably the most successful one on there right now besides Asteroid, has done with their market cap and their coin and their tokenomics. And they got that idea from somebody. I don't know. Ethan Soul will definitely both have a season. It appears we have a serious case of soft hands, says Timothy. Yeah, we need to up the tokenomics. Up the tokenomics. I feel like that is really all you can do now as a dev, and it's just a hard pill to swallow. Like, as somebody, I mean, even like Bobina and I mean, like, even like Himothy, for the few days that we've seen him putting out incredible meme content, it's kind of like a tough thing to a tough pill to swallow, to know that you're creating badass content. You're creating content that's better than 99% of the space, but if you're if you don't have the right tokenomics to defend yourself against these other people who don't play fair, then it's all for nothing really, because they don't have, let's be real, the coins that are doing the best, half the time their content sucks. We all know that. They have terrible content. They can hire somebody to do it though, because their chart's ripping, because they have better tokenomics. So that's kind of like the issue I really wanted to hammer home today. Anyway, it's real, and it's real, and it sucks that it's real, but it's the truth. It's a hard truth, and if everybody bid coins and charts just based off quality, then like Kekek would be $1 billion, or Joe would be way higher. I've always said, like, Joe has animations that are Disney, Pixar Studios quality. Just some of these graphics just have no business being that great in crypto, and then the market caps will be like 2, 3, 4 million, and these are like $1 billion quality. And then you got Pepe over there just posting whatever they found on 4chan for the month, and just
Bruh.
I'm like, where did you even find that Pepe meme? That might, or maybe they make their own on Paint and post it, and they'll post like once a month. So just don't tell me that the content matters. It doesn't. It's all about the tokenomics, and it's all about how you set everything up. And that is the bitter truth. You dump in your own money to keep price up because that's all they care about, but we both know that's a losing game. It's true. You basically, yeah. you just have a few choices to go with. So basically what you can do is you can set your coin up to have the best pumponomics possible, and then you need a catalyst for the coin, and then that is how you achieve, incredible heights on your coin. And then when you get that catalyst, you have to be smart enough and figure out ways to take advantage of the moment so you don't lose all that momentum and you don't dip and basically retrace the entire thing. So there's different ways to do that too. But that's what's going on in the market. So we're meditating on stream. We're just venting today, but it was a good stream. And Monday is going to be a movie. Monday is going to be an absolute movie because we have to see what MicroStrategy is doing, STRC, how they're going to operate, and how this whole thing is going to play out. Because if that thing looks grim on Monday, then you can throw everything out the window because things are going to start getting spooky once again. But that has been my time. Do thank you all for yours, and the target remains Bobo Billions. Approximately $80.80. That spells Bobo, and that would break a few records as well. Is it possible? Possibly.
He knows I ate sausage and olives and
Look what
onions
you
and-
did, you little jerk.
My hawk meme coin is live!